subject you're about to see happened in a rather odd way. I was talking about the future of the book on a stage with Lisa G. At the end of the talk, she told me that she'd been working on a biography of somebody who wasn't a terribly good poet and who nobody has heard of. I've always thought one of the problems of biography is that the biographies that get published and sold are always of the people that you know about. This book is a book about a man who knew everybody, who was very, very famous in his day, but who ended up being obscure, unread, unregarded.
His name is William Hayley.
I was born for love and for the muse.
Whether he was born for love and for the muse is debatable. But why, in any case, should you want to read about him? He was massively influential.
In his time, he was offered the Poet Laureateship. His best-selling book ran to 14 editions and had fans in very high places.
The ages indeed are past, in which the song of the poet was idolized.
Tell Hayley I am always reading his Triumphs of Temper. It was that made me Lady H. For God knows, I had for 5 years enough to try my temper, and I am afraid that if it had not been for the good example Serena taught me, my girdle would have burst, and if it had, I had been undone, for Sir William more minds temper than beauty. The list of William Hayley's friends reads, with a few notable exceptions, like a who's who of late 18th century literary and artistic life. His closest and most passionate friendship was with the poet William Cowper. He wanted, more than anything, to be remembered by this connection. But he's not, and where he's remembered at all, it's for his patronage of William Blake. It was William Hayley who persuaded Blake to quit London for Felpham in West Sussex. At first, the two Williams were absolutely delighted with each other. William Hayley was used to advising his friends, people like George Romney and Joseph Wright of Derby, on what to paint and what to draw, and he would often discuss with William Cowper proper subjects for the poet to turn his talents to. And this went down very well with everybody else. Blake, on the other hand, was not so keen, and Hayley drove him nuts. The point about Hayley, in the end, isn't his work. As Robert Southey said of him, everything about that man is good, except his poetry.